WAVE 31 storm tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 triple Doppler.
Well, Grace, it sounds like y'all had a new Christmas tradition this year of your little mini object hunt.
We did. So I'm the youngest of all of my siblings, and they're married as well. And so my parents got all of us together and said, okay, before we open presents, we want to do an I Spy scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
And so there's 6 of us kids. And they said, we've had 36 items that are smaller than an inch around the whole house. And we gave you a list of them. Go find them and let's see who wins. So that's how our Christmas morning started off.
Well, maybe you could figure out like a weather I Spy game.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
I kind of tag team behind one of my sisters because she didn't realize that she was like pointing to everything as she crossed it off her list. She was like, oh, and so I realized that and kind of like
oh,
stuck
hey.
behind her. But then she was like, why are you following me? And we figured it out, and then that had to end.
There you go.
All right, take a look right now at 31 triple Doppler, 548 on your Thursday, and I spy just a little bit of rain. It's sitting east in Coleman County, stretching into northern Blount, also stretching north and east into Lawrenceburg, Tennessee this morning. Most all of the rest of us are completely dry, but seeing a good bit of cloud cover this morning. Those clouds are going to stick with us, and a little bit of rain is too. Around 8 o'clock on your Thursday morning, we're going to track some still light but slightly stronger rain than what we're seeing right now enter into our southwestern counties. That will stretch north into the shoals a little bit later this morning and towards lunchtime. So if you live west of I-65, you might want to bring your rain jacket with you. However, even if you don't bring it with you today, you're only just going to catch some light rain only for a few minutes. It's really not the end of the world. That rain gets out of the way by just a little bit later after lunch. Our temperatures this morning fairly warm for wake-up standards, 50 in Huntsville, Muscle Shoals, and Scottsboro, 47 right now in Moulton. So I'd still grab a jacket if I were you, but you don't need to bring the scarf or the gloves with you this morning. Our wind gusts are strong now, and they're staying that way, gusting up to about 20 miles an hour this afternoon. By dinner time tonight and all throughout the overnight, those winds actually strengthen. By the time we get to your Friday, they strengthen yet again. So windy now and just getting much windier. Our high temperature this afternoon barely rises. We're sitting right around 50 degrees right now. We'll make it up to the mid-50s for our high temperature. Of course, that's a result of all of this dense cloud cover that's really acting as a mirror. The sun's light is shining on it, and that cloud cover is sending it back to outer space rather than letting it penetrate down to the surface and warm us. So very, very little change. If you're chilly now and you really want that coat, you're probably going to want it all day. Now, Friday and Saturday, our rain chances increase exponentially. Saturday, we're also adding a severe weather mix to the group, a severe weather risk, to the group. I am tracking the heaviest of the severe weather potential far to our south and west in southwestern Mississippi. However, here in the valley, we are still in that level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather. Our greatest threat is about 3 inches of rain, not to mention incredibly gusty wind. Severe, strong to severe thunderstorms could be embedded. At the moment, it does not look like anything tornadic, but I do want you to check in with me tomorrow morning just in case anything has changed overnight. So here's how it plays out for you. Rain starts Friday in the wee hours of the morning. By the time you wake up at 6 a.m., it's sitting in the shoals in southern Tennessee already. But this is an especially interesting system. That cold front line actually pushes into the shoals around 8 a.m. So it's a little bit later in the morning, but notice there's a whole lot of rain out in front of that line. So even though that line's not in the neck of the woods at 8 a.m. when you wake up east of the corridor, you still could be seeing some scattered rain. However, this line does continue to track east and just get heavier as we head towards lunchtime. It's crossing over I-65, makes it into Sand Mountain by dinner time, and then out of the way shortly thereafter. So to go from Waterloo all the way to Mentone, it takes it pretty much all day Friday. So just keep that umbrella with you. Saturday morning, we are essentially dry, 1 or 2 pockets of light rain, but by lunchtime, that's when our heavy hitter rain and storms come into the mix. They're dominating the Tennessee Valley, bringing incredibly gusty wind, those embedded strong to severe thunderstorms, and about that 3 inches of rain. It sticks with us through the late afternoon, and it has round after round coming behind it. That doesn't get out of our way until the wee hours of the morning on Sunday, so Saturday night into Sunday. All that to say, you really need to be prepared for that rain on Saturday night. You don't need to be scared, but you just need to think ahead for it. And don't forget to check back in with me first thing tomorrow morning.